Hello and welcome to the Ministry of Miniatures, and today is the fourth and final episode of my British 8th Army, and today I'm going to show the Commonwealth Army that can be used as the SAS or Long Range Desert Group, and have a look at what I've done for that army. So this is my SAS Long Range Desert Group. I can use them as either, doesn't really matter. The main thing is just playing them and having fun. So let's have a look. So you'll notice there's a variety of troops. There are some metal ones that I bought off eBay, and I'm not sure which seller they come from, but it's quite obvious to see which ones are Warlord, and I'll point them out as we go. So up first I have the officer and his assistant. Really nice sculpts. Very clearly that's supposed to be Paddy. So they've both got SMGs, and there's also the assistant here has a bomb bag if I wanted to run it as a bomb bag. I've also got a sniper team. So that's a Perry. I managed to remove the metal base and then mount him onto a slightly raised base just to give the height very similar to the sniper there. And then I've given the sniper, although it's Warlord, I've actually just done a bit of sculpting on the backpack and used various bits of backpack to make it look more like a radio set. And then the forward observer here, just over a rock. I was going to do that as a stick of TNT, so a cigarette could be used to light the TNT, but then I ended up using them as spotters. And you can see there he's got his backpack and rifle, his Lee Enfield. So that's the sort of command and support elements. So let's move on to the troops. So this is a section of my SAS. You can see the NCO at the front. He's a metal figure and he has an SMG. He's supported by two plastic SMGs and a metal SMG. Just the different sculpts and the variety of headgear really make these troops look pretty cool. Then at the back there you can see the LMG. He's got Bren gun, the loader in front, and then there's two riflemen on each side. And that's A section. Over here I've got B section. So as you can see, the NCO at the front smoking a cigarette, and he's got his Thompson. He's supported by three SMGs at the back, and again the different variety of headgear just really adds to the look of the feel. And you'll notice that I've used different elements from different packs. So I've also used the US Army sprues and the US Marines just to add variety to the arms and the machine guns. Then as you see there is a metal rifleman and a Warlord rifleman, and then the LMG and loader at the back. So that makes a nice squad for B section. So this is C section. They are my favourite. So as you can see, the NCO, he's wearing a leather body warmer because it does get cold in the desert, especially overnight, and that's when they're doing their night raids. So he's the NCO at the front with his bleached beard. Then I've done an SMG with a bomb pouch that he's carrying, and he's also got the SAS beret. There's a plastic SMG, from Warlords in the middle, and then a metal submachine gunner again with the beret. And then as you can see there, I've got two of the plastic Warlord kits as riflemen, and they are the loaders for these two guys. And what I've done is I've taken the commandos and given them the upgrade to their LMGs. So this team can run twin LMGs from the commando set, which just adds a huge amount of firepower. And that is the infantry sections for my long range desert group. So moving on to the vehicles from the SAS. I've got 2 of Warlord's Jeeps. These were really nice. They were quite easy to build, fairly straightforward to paint. It's just there's lots of variety, so it does take quite a bit to paint all the different areas. And what I wanted to do was have lots of damage. These are well used trucks and Jeeps that are taken through the desert, covered in sand, covered in dents, and lots of variety to them. So I think they came out really nice, and I think they're really good, and I can't wait to play them in a battle. So that's the first Jeep, and this is the second Jeep. As you can see, I've done exactly the same. I've tried to paint to keep them all very similar, and lots of weathering and sand to make them look well used in the desert. So the next 2 vehicles are actually Perry trucks, and the resin on these is much lighter. I did consider underneath putting some coins, but 2p pieces just would have shown, and I don't think the pennies would have held it quite enough with weight. But this is a nice little truck. Again, it's well battered, well used, and you can see troops huddled in the back, firing a small anti-tank gun, and you can see on the bonnet that I've gone to town with the weathering and the rust just to make it look old and battered and bruised. I've put an officer on the top, and he's pointing, giving directions where they want the artillery piece to fire, and that just gives a little bit of firepower to the SAS. But nice models and fairly straightforward to paint. And then here you can see the second of the Perry trucks, and again lots of weathering, lots of sand, and this time there is a medium machine gun in the back. But again, a nice light truck, but hopefully it'll be very good in the game, so I'm looking forward to using those. And last up are the 2 Warlord trucks. These are very nice, and they're very heavy, and they were lovely to paint. I really enjoyed doing these. So as you can see, there's lots of dents and rust and sand all over them just to make them look really old and battered and well worn and used. And again, you can see an officer in the back with his goggles on. And lots of sand, making it look a really battered and well used truck. And what I did like is there's lots of detail in it. So you've got some control units there, the fuel tank there, so I've put some stains for oil and stuff around it. But yeah, really nice to paint. Really lovely models. So lastly, this is the last of the models, and again exactly the same. So I should just show you what I've done with the weathering, and kept the decals just to a minimum. Just on the front there you can see I've put some unit numbers just to make them all match in as best as I can. These were very nice trucks, and actually I think they've really made the SAS Army, or the Long Range Desert, however I want to run them, really stand out. So that is the SAS Long Range Desert Group Army. There are my trucks and my Jeeps, and there are my troops. Let's just have a quick once round. I hope you like it. Please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. And I'm going to start working on my DAC army. So I've got an opposing force, probably a little bit bigger than my 8th army. So I'm hoping it'll take 3 months. But I should do a similar thing with the DAC army when I finish those, probably around June or July. So Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all again for a battle report soon.